Hello everyone, I'm Zain Mohammed Abdul Haq. Welcome to my channel again. And today we're reading Chapter 1 Nutrition, the Food Supplying System of Telangana State Syllabus. Now, food is needed by all living organisms mainly for growth and repair. So, we need food for growth and repair. And several organisms need food to maintain body temperature as well. A large variety of substances are taken as food from single cellular organisms like amoeba to complex multicellular organisms like the human body. Even when the human body cells require a large variety of substances as food. Like for example, like if you're only eating one substance, for example, if you only eat burgers, no, you don't only require one type of food for nutrition. You need different types of vitamins, proteins, etc. So one type of meal doesn't contain all type of nutrients. Therefore, you need to eat different varieties of food. Also, you have studied in previous classes about how different organisms get their food. Let us recall some of them. Now the two questions here are, how do heterotrophs get their food and how do autotrophs get their food? You might have read about heterotrophs and autotrophs in your previous classes, but let us recall that. So here in this flowchart we can see that nutrition is of two types, which is autotrophic nutrition, where plants prepare their own food, and heterotrophic nutrition, where organisms depend on others for food. Now let us know what are autotrophs. Autotrophs are the organisms which use autotrophic nutrition. These organisms which can prepare their own food materials from inorganic materials like CO2 and water using light as source energy. Example, green plants. Green plants are the only autotrophs on our planet. So they are known as the universal food providers. So autotrophs, therefore green plants, require photosynthesis to produce food, and in photosynthesis the factors they need are water, carbon dioxide which is CO2, light, chlorophyll. And the process are of two types, light dependent reaction and light independent reaction. Light dependent reaction occurs only in light, that means only in daytime when sunlight is there. In this, photolysis occurs where the splitting of light, photolysis meaning photo meaning light, lysis meaning splitting. So splitting of light occurs and O2 and energy is formed. And light independent reaction, in this glucose is produced and out of that starch is formed. This can happen in daytime and night time. It doesn't need light. Now if we see about the definition of heterotrophic nutrition. In this, organisms which cannot prepare their own food depend on other sources for food supply of nutrients are called heterotrophs. This type of nutrition is called heterotrophic nutrition. And in the diagram you can see an amoeba where ingestion occurs, digestion, absorption, assimilation and ejection occurs. So the food here is ingested by producing pseudopodia, and this food particle goes inside the food vacuole where it gets digested, and then absorption occurs, assimilation happens, and then it ejects it out. Here the amoeba is taking in preformed food. It cannot make its own food. Therefore, we conclude that it's a heterotroph. This type of nutrition is called the heterotrophic nutrition, where an organism depends on another organism for food. For example, humans depend on animals and they in turn depend on plants. So humans are also heterotrophs. Now we are going to learn about autotrophic nutrition. The part of heterotrophic nutrition we will read afterwards. Now let us study about autotrophic nutrition. We know that autotrophs are organisms that are capable of using light energy to synthesize chemical compounds. They acquire nutrients like some minerals and water from the soil as well as some gases from the air. They are capable of producing very complex substances like carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, etc. from these very simple substances. These compounds produced by them are utilized for providing energy to most of the living organisms and all animals, including human beings. So, what they're doing is that they're producing very complex compounds like carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, etc. from very simple substances. These compounds produced by them are utilized for providing energy to most of the living organisms and all animals, including human beings. Most of the things that we eat are obtained from plants. Even if we depend on animal products, we would find that those animals depend on plants. So in other words, it's saying that plants are eaten by animals, or we can say that plants are eaten by humans. Then animals are eaten by humans, or animals are eaten by animals, other animals like the carnivores, which are eaten by the humans eventually. So in other words, we directly or indirectly depend on plants for food, because animals also depend on plants for food. And if we don't eat plants directly, we are depending on them for food indirectly, because we eat animals and animals depend on plants for food.